So here we are, ready for phase 3. It's time to get drilling. So this is where we've got our closest oil node. If you played without the random nodes, you would actually have, I think it's 2 copper nodes down here. And our base is just up there. We do have another couple of oil over there. So I think what I'm going to do is use this one for just to get going for some rubber and plastic. And then those other 2 that are relatively close to each other over there, I'll probably move those into fuel instead. But I think this will be enough just to be getting us going with some rubber and plastic just for our immediate needs. And just look at all the fun I could have down there. So we've done our platform here. I can send up what I need over there. And this ramp up here actually takes me to the logistics floor underneath the steel factory there, which is where the miner is. And where I frequently plunge to my end. I'll try not to do that this time, but no promises. What I am going to do is possibly boost that one up. I'm not sure with shards. Let's find out what I need first and what we can make and go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it very small for now. 2 refineries making plastic, 2 refineries making rubber. The residual oil, is it residual oil? Whatever, the pink stuff. That's going to go and make petroleum coke, which I'll store some and then sink the rest. And this can be expanded. I'm actually going to have to underclock my little driller down there, my little refinery. So that's fine. It's just to make numbers easy to handle at this stage. And to be honest, that's probably all I'm going to need for now. Well, hello. My name is TwoFrog. Welcome to the lilypad.
Pipelines running through the dust. he's seen this rise before. Black river, burning gold through the towers and the roads, and every system that I start turns into another part of this giant restless thing, still moving while I sleep. Funny how the world gets louder the further that I build it out. Still, most nights it's just me and the sound of everything running.
There we go, rubber and plastic.
About leaving.
Yeah, I should be able to get away with that, I think. Oh, look at how close that is. Fabulous. No, it doesn't want to go quite straight, does it? Let's try the other way. Well, that's, yeah, that'll do. What can I say right now? I don't care, because this is definitely going to be increased. So, and I think chances are when I do increase it, I might build up and out a bit more. For now, this will do. And we'll start off with a storage. Let's just see if we can squeeze in our little awesome sink first. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries at all. And let me think. We want to split it really, don't we? Our smart splitter. There we go. So you're going to be overflow, and you're going to be NA. Wonderful. There we go. Petroleum coke. storage first and then into our little sink. We just need to power that up. Pop you there and power you up there. Right, now let's run our plastic and our rubber back to storage. I think the easiest way is probably going to be through the logistics floor rather than up there. Originally I was going to do it up there, but there really is no need to now. I'll just run it next to here, I think. There we go, that's how I decided to do it in the end. Into walls and then over here. And now we've just got to run it back to base. And there we go. Our nice little storage containers collecting us some lovely stuffs. Now that we've got some rubber and plastic on the go, we can start moving along with some unlocks. So we're going to start off with Logistics Mark IV, which will give us even faster bounce. Fluid packaging. I had a little wander and picked up 2 more hard drives and a couple more Mercer spheres. I was hoping to find some computers, but never quite got there. That looks like it might be a good one. Oop. And let's see what the other one has got to offer us. I don't know, is that a good one or not? I really don't know. I think that might be, especially bearing in mind that we had that alternate iron pipe recipe as well. So I'm going to go for that one. There we go. So I really wanted the computers for that, but we are very close anyway, so I won't worry about it for now. So we've now got petroleum power, which is definitely going to be needed soon, because we are sort of getting to the upper limits now of our power. And next we've got industrial manufacturing, which is going to allow us to create the wonderful computers and having modular frames and things like that. We're getting onto the big stuff now. We've completed our versatile frameworks in the space elevator now, so I'll remove this and go and put the spares in the box. I don't know whether that is the last of those that we'll need. I'm not sure. So we'll just keep on making them. And I may set up some sinks for excess as well. More points, because everything is getting very full. I'm just going to put a few in manually for now, because I don't quite feel up to changing all of those just yet. So I think what I'll do is I'll just pop over every now and again, take a few out, and then just pop it in the container and do it that way. And eventually I'll let that one carry on. Eventually I'll sort it out properly to sync properly, but for now this will do. There we go, and that'll give us a few extra points. A lot of the items that we need for various unlocks, even though we haven't automated them yet, they can be handcrafted. So I may go through and just do the unlocks, I think. I have also set up a temporary manufacture setup. There's nothing running on it right now, but it's there for, I may get some computers going initially or something like that, just while we gradually automate everything else that we need. Thought I'd come and say hello to Daisy, as we haven't said hi for a while. And she's got some copper sheets for me. Thank you very much, Daisy. Much appreciated. Another little pat. Bless her, I keep forgetting she's there. Alright, our next unlock is the trains. There we go. We've got our railway signalling. And next we've got Pipeline Engineering Mark II. And last but not least, we've got Blueprints Mark II. I have handcrafted all of the heavy modular frames and computers, although I have got our temporary setup slowly, very slowly, doing computers. So that is now all of our current available upgrades done, all the way up to and completed tier 6. I'm currently over here at our little project parts factory, and we're actually now we now have the ability to make the next part, which is the modular engine, because we now have access to the manufacturers and also rubber. So I'm going to set that up right now. The final part, we will need to automate a couple of other items before we get there. It'll be nice to get another part sorted. Right, I've decided it's time to start going a bit vertical as I'm getting the urge to actually create a bit of a proper factory. But I don't think I'm going to be able to go much higher. That's fine. Alright, so this one is going to need one of you. Oh, there's a thought. Do we want another logistics floor? I think we may be able to squeeze that in. Are we going to make it? I think just. You'll have to have a very thin roof, I think. Yes, just. So I've got both of them ready. It'll be a while before we do that one over there. But modular engines aren't a problem. We can do those now. And what a gorgeous evening it is. Look at that. Look at how fabulous the factory looks. So this really is going to be our first sort of actual factory. At the moment, it's a box, but you've got to start somewhere. There go the motors. They're going on up through there. And I've taken off from the rubber line down there. And I'll bring it up through there. There we go. That's the motors and the rubber. We've got the motors going in there. We've got the smart plating coming in there. And then we've just got to bring in our rubber. Not too long. Here it comes. We actually need 4. I haven't sorted out the power. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? There we go. There's our 1 modular engine per minute. And we really are at the max of our power now, so we do need to get that sorted as well. Go. We give it a little spruce up. Make it all lovely and red, like all of our others. We'll do this one while we're here as well. There we go. Wonderful stuff. Right, so that is now 2 out of 3 of our project parts done. As I say, we will need to automate. We've already got the automated wiring, that's not a problem. I can bring that up in a moment actually. And then we've just got to automate our circuit boards, our heavy modular frames and our computers. Even though we only need 100, I like to have all of these automated, so I really need to think about that sync in as well. But anyway, that's a later me problem. Yeah, that's about as close as you can get really. Maybe we'll have to forego the roof. Either that or maybe I'll just budge them along at some point and give our little moth room to fly. Maybe. This one is going to be a little bit shorter. I would like to have already expanded our little plastic and rubber setup. We do have the spare oil, but what we don't have is the spare power. So next time, it's time we moved on to fuel. Everything is ticking along nicely. I think we've earned a rest. Thank you for spending a little time here. I'll see you next time on the lilypad.